Support the Bronx Beartics in Season 2 of the UCL. You can pick up a shirt or hoodie till July 31st. Link is down below in the description. Let's get it! Ah! Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back for another part of the Doubles OU Road to Top 10. Today we're going to be using a team that my boy Kyle Cole passed me with Nuzzle, Fake Out Raichu, and the rest is all standard. But Raichu looks really fun. We have Talonflame for Tailwind support. We have Mega Diancie, as well as Scarf Landorus, Weakness Policy, Aegislash, and of course Subcurum is returning to us one more time. So, should be a really fun live. Let's see where we are on the ladder. I laddered up a bit after I decayed, so we should be at around 1500 if I'm not mistaken, maybe top 200 something. Okay, maybe top 300. Alright, so we're number 379 on the ladder, 1506, so we have a while, we have a long climb. Over 200 points we need in order to get to top 10, but that just means there'll be more episodes, so don't even worry about that. But in any case, yeah, yeah, you guys don't know how long it took me to make that stupid 10-second intro for the Bronx Beartics. I have like 40 clips of just messed up little, I don't know why it was so hard for me to say like 6 seconds. Hey, pick up a Bronx Beartic hoodie if you want. Link is down below in the description. It's available until July 31st. Why is it even better than the stupid intro I just did? I don't know why. It was just hard for me to do that. But in any case, I think I'll just pause it, guys, until we find a battle. We'll be right back. Alright, guys, so we are back and we found a battle. My opponent seems to have some sort of DPP OU with Landorus. I'm actually not sure what to do versus his team. I definitely like Raichu just for the fast fake out. And Karen Black is just threatened by everything. I like Raichu plus Landorus, honestly. Aegislash is going to be putting in work this game. I could definitely tell you that, because of its weakness policy. I think Talonflame can finish off late game, potentially, with its Flare Blitz plus Tailwind support. I think Raichu plus Aegislash is a pretty decent lead, because Raichu fakes out everything that Aegislash is threatened by, and Aegislash can Shadow Ball and get off a strong Shadow Ball versus anything on my opponent's team. So, leads off a Tyranitar plus the Landorus, and I think I just want to fake out Landorus, and honestly just get rid of it as early as possible. It's an Earthquake immunity, and like I said, I just really want to get rid of this thing as quickly as possible. So I don't mind taking like a crunch from Aegislash in order from Tyranitar, or even an Earthquake. That's completely fine. Like, it will bring me down to my sash, but it's not going to be able to knock out my Aegislash right there. And it looks like he might be Scarftar as well, but with the weakness policy, we are going to be able to knock out the Aegislash. Unfortunately, Sand is going to be able to knock us out, or excuse me, the Landorus. Unfortunately, Sand is going to be able to knock us out as well. But what I can do is now go out to Diancie. I do have the Wide Guard, and I can dodge some Earthquakes and just go right for the Diamond Storm right here with my Diancie. So I will go for Wide Guard with Diancie. As he brings out Crobat, that's even better, because I can just go for... I will go for Wide Guard with Diancie out in the field. You know, it's not alive if I mess up, but I'm going to go for Wide Guard and Diamond Storm as he goes for Confuser. Don't do that. But Diamond Storm is going to hit the Crobat, and it is going to knock it out, and we are going to get the defense versus Tyranitar, as we are able to dodge an Earthquake right there. Looks like he is actually not Scarf, and I'm assuming the Metagross is going to want to come out. That's what I would go out into if I was my opponent. I bring out Metagross right here. Unfortunately, because Aegislash is now confused, I don't want to stay in with it as much as it damages him. But we have gotten rid of his 2 ground immunities, though all he has left is Gengar. But Talonflame deals with Gengar, and Talonflame deals with the majority of my opponent's team now that Tyranitar has been weakened, as well as the fact that, basically the rest of his mons all lose to Flare Blitz. And Landorus is gone early on. I didn't mind taking that. Goes out to Gengar, which isn't a bad play. I can just Moonblast the Tyranitar. And I'm going to attempt a King Shield with Aegislash. Let's see if I break through this, as we don't, unfortunately. But he will listen to that turn, so that was a good turn on my opponent's part. We are able to knock out the Tyranitar with a crit Moonblast. He would not have been able to knock me out with Spread Move Earthquake, especially because I have the defense raise. And speaking of which, I'm actually going to go for the Diamond Storm, because I want to weaken the Gengar and just Shadow Ball into the Metagross slot. As long as I get rid of Gengar, I can click Earthquake. I also have Brave Bird. He has Sucker Punch in his Gengar? What? Okay, that's interesting. But this is going to do a lot to Gengars. Unfortunately, we do miss. as he is going to go for Earthquake. So that's a little bit unfortunate. I think I actually have to attack Gengar this turn too with my Talonflame. But that's fine because at the same time it means that I click Earthquake as well. So we're going to Earth Power into the Metagross slot. Alternatively, the better play might be just a Tailwind up. But I'm going to go for I'm assuming he just doesn't have Protect on his Gengar. Because he had Sucker Punch, which was odd, to say the least. But we're going to Brave Bird into Gengar. This Life Orb would have knocked him out anyway, and just Earth Power into the Metagross, as he does have the Bullet Punch. But now Landorus plus Talonflame both win right now. I can just Flare Blitz into the Metagross slot and Earthquake, and that will be game. Earthquake will definitely knock out Magnezone unless it's like sturdy, and that crit didn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's a spread move, it's 4 times effective, as we can just Flare Blitz into the Metagross slot, and we are able to get the victory right there. Nice. So really fast early game. 15-13, not too bad, not too bad. Let's look for another one. We got one right away. Our opponent has dual Eons, dual Eevee Core with Klefki. Raichu is automatically my lead of choice, and I really like the addition of Raichu plus Kyurem versus him. Because Kyurem deals with the Zard. Then again, no. I think Raichu plus Diancie is really good because Raichu gets the fake out Amoonguss and then Diancie gets a kill. So I like that as a lead. It leads off with Keys plus Sylveon. So it's not the best lead for me. I will fake out Sylveon though and then Diamond Storm into that slot. Too bad you can't encore them into being like. Too bad you can't encore them into being flinched. That'd be cool. But I'm gonna Mega Evolve my Diancie and go right for the Diamond Storm. Sylveon doesn't have the best physical defense, so even though Diamond Storm is spread move, it will probably still do more than just a single target Moonblast. And faking out Sylveon also ensures that I get off damage. Not sure what Klefki's gonna do. Might get up hazards, not hazards. Excuse me. Might get up screens or Swagger me. Yeah, there's a light screen. But we are able to Diamond Storm into the Sylveon slot, as that does so much damage. Nice. And he does get up that screen, so we'll Volt Switch into Sylveon. I think just Diamond Storm again. Like, even with Reflect up. No, that's definitely not going to put in range of Volt Switch. I don't think we're max special attack. Oh, it actually put in range of Volt Switch. Great. So I was thinking with Reflect up we might not be able to knock it out. But we thankfully were. As we can now go out to Kyurem. We also keep our Focus Sash on our Raichu as well. So thankfully the Volt Switch was able to knock him out. I wasn't sure if it'd be able to knock him out after the light screen, but with Diamond Storm as well, the defenses, we're not too worried about his team. Yeah, because he goes up to Landorus, but that doesn't matter because he has to Earthquake, if anything. He's probably actually going to do a Charizard here, so I'm going to Ice Beam the Landorus and Diamond Storm just in case he decides to make the Charizard play. Because it is spread move, we do live this Earthquake no matter what, as he just Thunder Waves into my Kyurem. But that's fine. We're able to get up the Diamond Storm that also gives us chances to get defense raises as well, so we even be able to live this better. And we are faster, so down goes Landorus. Nice. Nice. And Kyurem is... And Klefki is literally just being a liability for my opponent, I feel. What's he going to do? Dazzling Gleam? Set up Calm Mind? Actually, what would you do? I'll just Ice Beam and Diamond Storm again. I have no idea what Espeon would do. Would it set up Calm Minds? He tries to Thunder Wave my Diancie, forgetting about Magic Bouncer. Maybe that's only his only attack and he can't switch in. He does Calm Mind up, surprisingly, as we are able to break through and get off some Diamond Storms. No defense raises. And Espeon is becoming a threat. I think I'm just going to harden to my Aegislash, and I want to keep Klefki alive because it's literally doing nothing for my opponent. So I'll just Moonblast into the Klefki slot. We're going hard into Aegislash because as long as Diancie's here, it deals with Charizard, and it does also deals with the Espeon as well. So we'll be able to Moonblast into that Klefki. I doubt he has Flash Cannon, Foul Play. Yeah, he's not going to do crap. It actually is a liability for my opponent. And we can just Shadow Ball and Diamond Storm. Diamond Storm deals with if he does randomly Baton Pass into, like, let's say Charizard, or he has Morning Sun. Okay. Why is this Espeon a threat? I might actually have to get rid of Klefki soon. Look at my defenses on my Diancie. I think Foul Play knocks out Aegislash. I kind of doubt it does. Same time, I'm just going to Earth Power into Klefki. As we are able to knock it out through Reflect, surprisingly. And Dazzling Gleam, It's going to do a lot to my Aegislash, but we are able to get off the Shadow Ball. It does a decent amount, not going to lie. I'm assuming... I'm not too worried about this thing because I do have my Talonflame in the back, and as soon as these screens wear off, we are good. As well as Landorus also just puts in work. So it goes up to Amoonguss, he kind of had to right there. And I can just Shadow Ball into that slot, and... he actually has to go for the Giga Drain onto my Diancie, right? Like, he can't kill my Aegislash right now. So I'm going to save Diancie, just because with screens down, I mean, I can't beat Amoonguss, but with screens, once they're down, I can just go right for the Diamond Storm and knock out Charizard anyway. And he had to Giga Drain into that slot, as I said. So we are able to Shadow Ball into the Espeon slot, and again, we'll just Shadow Ball that, and I think Encore Amoonguss into Giga Drain. I don't think he's max speed, just because he hasn't won any speed tie at all. But he is max speed, but it doesn't matter. Dazzling doesn't knock me out. So we Encore Amoonguss into Giga Drain. That way it can't go for Spore. And he actually Giga Drained that slot, surprisingly. So we are able to get off a Shadow Ball onto the Espeon. And what we can do now is just go right for Shadow Ball again and just nuzzle Espeon, because Espeon is forced to go for the Morning Sun right here. And Nuzzle ensures that it is paralyzed. He actually goes for the Dazzling Gleam. So, I mean, good play on my opponent's part, definitely. But at what cost, though? Because now I get to go out to Landorus and Talonflame and pick up my kill. I can U-turn the... I can U-turn on the Espeon, and I can just Flare Blitz the... I could just U-turn on the Espeon, and I could just Flare Blitz the... well, why would I not Brave Bird? I can just Brave Bird Amoonguss. Brave Bird also covers if the Charizard randomly comes out. I am Scarf, so U-turn will be able to knock out the Espeon, as well as U-turning on out of there ensures that I get in Diancie, and we could deal and knock out the... we can deal with and knock out the Charizard as well. So, yeah, going right out to Diancie. The Charizard is going to come out, and what I'm going to do is just go right for Diamond Storm and Tailwind. Tailwind ensures that if this is a random Dragon Dance variant and I miss, we have 2 chances to do so. It also means that my Landorus will be able to outspeed as well as my Kyurem. So, like I said, Tailwind just ensures that, and he even goes for Protect, which is completely fine, because I do still have a few more Diamond Storms left. I think I have 2 more left, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, you can just Brave Bird and Diamond Storm again. And you can dodge one, but you can't dodge both. Even if Diamond Storm misses, I have Landorus, I have Kyurem in the back. Look how much that does. 98%. Good lord. I should have Moonblast, actually. I didn't expect it to do that much. But we are able to connect with our Diamond Storm, and that is going to be game. So, Raichu's so cool. Yeah, Raichu's really cool. I know I didn't use it much that game, but the Fake Out, the Nuzzle, I think it's such a cool option. So, we're going to look for another game, and I think we're just going to pause it until we find one. We'll be right back. We have another game, and our opponent's team is super cool. It has 2 Fake Out users. Lilligant's pretty cool as well. Actually, the double Fake Out's annoying. Huh. I like Raichu plus Talonflame as leads, because Talonflame deals with... Pretty much Raichu can Fake Out Infernape. If he wants to lead out with Infernape plus Weavile, then he gets to Fake Out no matter what. But Raichu plus Talonflame deals with the potential of a Gardevoir, Keldeo, and Lilligant. And Raichu obviously threatens Volcanion as well. So, I'm assuming he's going to lead off with both Fake Outers. Yep. As expected. I'm just going to Protect with my Talonflame and Fake Out the Infernape. It's the only one that can really knock anything out, I think. As we are able to get that Fake Out on Infernape, that's great. It looks like, I have no idea what his Weavile did, actually. He did knock out, knock off, that slot. But we can get the kill right now on the Infernape with that. And what I can do is just Nuzzle the Weavile slot if that chooses to switch out. He doesn't have a Flying Resist, so... Alternatively, I could Volt Switch on Weavile. I think I'll actually Volt Switch on Weavile. Like, we'll be able to get the kill right now on Infernape. And I think he's going to knock off into my Talonflame slot anyway. No, he just double knocks off into that slot. That's great. So we get the kill again. And I can go right out into Landorus because, again, he doesn't have any resistances to these Mons. Lilligant ends up coming out, which is completely fine. I can just Brave Bird into the Lilligant slot and go right for the... Spray Move Rock Slide, does that knock it out? I'm not actually sure. I'm gonna U-turn with my with Landorus. Then again, it isn't single target Rock Slide. Of course, that would knock out Weavile. Actually, single target Earthquake would have been fine, but Scarf U-turn is able to knock it out. And again, it's just going to be a rinse repeat as many times as this happens. What's the best play to ensure? I think this is the best play to ensure that random Volcanion doesn't sweep me. But we can bring out Diancie now. Diancie does have the Earth Power. Now I also get another kill with Braver. Why is Talonflame like wrecking everything? That's actually hilarious. I'm gonna protect with both my Mons. Just to burn out any protect from my opponent's team. Also just give me the speed on my Diancie as well. Like if he wants to go for protect with his Keldeo and then try and attack me with his Volcanion, this ensures that I beat them. So yeah, I like the play I made right there, as it looks like it worked out. And we'll just Brave Bird into Keldeo, and we'll Earth Power the Volcanion slot. He actually went for Flash Cannon. That's interesting. I've never seen that on Volcanion. I wouldn't know what it runs. I know Sub is one of the moves it runs. But again, no Focus Sashers, and Talonflame managed to pick off 3 Pokemon that game. I don't think Earth Power will be able to knock out the Volcanion. Oh my god, it looks like it's Assault Vest too. But he decides to go for Heat Wave there. Nice. What I am going to do is just go out into my Landorus and just click Earthquake and Protect with my Diancie. This ensures that at least Volcanion will go down. I'm pretty positive. I guess he can win with a potential Trick Room. Actually, I'm scared of him Trick Rooming up, but there's nothing I can do to prevent that, right? No, Kieran Black still takes a hit if he Trick Rooms up, so I get to Earthquake right here. Maybe Explosion is the better play. I'm gonna Explode just because I never clicked it. I'm gonna click Explosion. We're gonna regret this, huh? Never mind. That actually killed both of them. 250 base power, man. It don't matter if you're a spread move right there. So we're able to get that victory with the Explosion. Yo, that was so cool. My Landorus. There's Landorus guts everywhere. Oh man, that was hilarious. I'm just gonna pause it, guys, until we find another battle. We'll be right back. Alright guys, so we have another game, and this guy's team is pretty threatening. My Lodic is actually a really big threat. I like Raichu again just for that immediate fake out pressure, and honestly, I feel like Diancie's a good lead because it deals with everything that Raichu can't beat outside of, yeah, pretty much everything that Raichu can't beat. So, and him on top is more likely going to be his lead because he can fake me out. So, we will go right for fake out onto the him on top slot and just Mega Evolve and Protect to get our speed with the Diancie. Also ensure that he doesn't go for Scald on me as well. So we already got that fake out. Nice chip damage. He does Scald into my Diancie slot. Nice. And well, not nice necessarily, but we'll Volt Switch on the Milotic and I think I'll just go Cure him. I don't expect him to close combat into that slot. And what I'll do is I'll Volt Switch out into like Aegislash or something. He does Wide Guard. I don't think that matters. There was no way I was going for like any other attack outside of Volt Switch there. And we'll go Aegislash because Aegislash doesn't care about anything that Milotic throws at it. Hopefully he doesn't burn my Kyurem. As thankfully he does not. Nice. And what we can do is just Shadow Ball, I think, into the Hitmontop slot. And Sub with our Kyurem. I think Sub ensures any like move he can go for. It also weakens him for if he goes for close combat or something like that. We don't take the damage because we wouldn't be able to knock him out anyway. He's obviously not Assault Vest, but we still wouldn't be able to knock him out without the defense drops. He has a Citrus Berry, that's interesting. And what we can do right here is I think just Wide Guard to block a potential Earthquake. I expect him switching to Wide Guard and then just go for Ice Beam. He has to go for Earthquake if he wants to knock on my Aegislash. We are faster than his Garchomp. So I lose Kyurem, unfortunately, but... Oh, I don't even use Kyurem. Oh my god. Kyurem, you're so bulky. But we were able to get rid of Garchomp, which was surprisingly slower than my Gengar. Or than my Kyurem, excuse me. But I'm going to King Shield with Gengar. And... because of Gengar's on the field, excuse me. And we're just going to Earth Power into the Gengar slot. We do have the Terravolt, so that it's like a Mold Breaker. He might be Focus Sash Gengar, but he goes for the Sucker Punch right there, revealing that he does have that. As what I can do now is just go out to Diancie and just proceed to Shadow Ball, Gengar, and Moonblast the Hitmontop. I don't care about that Mon at all. We should be picking up 2 kills right here. Or at least a potential kill, unless he could double attack into H-Slash, which is a good play, but doesn't even pick me off. My God, H-Slash is so bulky. Though he did win the speed tie with Diancie right there. But we'll be able to Diamond Storm as well, which is really nice. I'm assuming this thing is Sash. Yep, it is Sash. But we will be able to Diamond Storm right there. And again, I'm just going to go for the Diamond Storm, the Shadow Ball into that, and Diamond Storm with my Diancie. Hoping to win a speed tie as we do win it. Nice. We're able to get rid of Gengar, and as he does Scald into the Diancie slot, does he burn me? He does burn me. However, this is +2 Shadow Ball, and that is going to be a dead Milotic. Nice. And we still have Diancie up to threaten both Tyranitar as well as the Togekiss. And I'm actually going to Wide Guard just in case he Scarf Tar. Oh, that guy left. We got another one right off the bat. Our opponent has Greninja, which is pretty cool. Ooh, I think it runs Mat Block, I'm pretty sure. We're going to lead off with our Raichu, though, and just because it's just great lead in general versus these types of teams. And honestly, Kyurem, because Kyurem deals with pretty much everything that Raichu is scared by outside of Gardevoir, but I do have H-Slash and Talonflame in the back to deal with those. I expect Scrafty and Greninja lead. Yep. As what I can do is fake out into the Scrafty slot, and I think just Earth Power Greninja. We'll fake out into Scrafty, and we'll Earth Power Greninja just to get off damage. Alternatively, I could Ice Beam into that, expecting... I'm going to fake out and then Ice Beam the Greninja, just in case he decides to go like Landorus for whatever reason. It's not like Earth Power is going to be doing much anyway. It'd still be a 2-hit KO. That Ice Beam does nothing. Yeah, that's a real Ice Beam right there. Same damage. So what I will do now is just Nuzzle onto the Greninja, and I think just Protect with my Kyurem. I'm expecting him to attack that slot, and Nuzzle's also super effective. He does swap out or swap moves. Nuzzle also paralyzes the Greninja, which is really nice to deal with. And again, I expect him to attack my Kyurem slot with his Scrafty, as he does. And what we can do now is just Volt Switch on the Greninja. That will be able to knock it out at that range, unless he has Water Shuriken. And I really like the hard switch into Diancie. We have the defenses. It also deals with knockoff if he decides to go for that. And as well as the fact that I can also go out into my... Why did he forfeit? Bro, I wasn't even done with my thought process. So we're going to pause it real quick, guys, until I find another one. We'll be right back. Alright, guys, and we are back with a battle. Now, this guy actually ended up timing out. So, we have this guy, whose team is... Why does this guy have Tangrowth and Tangela? Why is this team threatening me, man? I really like Raichu as a lead. Just fakes out everything. Again, that's like my thought process throughout this entire time, throughout this entire video. And Kyurem just beats everything that Raichu doesn't. So Kyurem plus Raichu are going to be dominating his team. Hariyama plus Torkoal, which isn't too bad. I can just fake out the Hariyama, and I could sub up, but I don't think there's a point in that. I'll just Earth Power the Torkoal. By faking out Hariyama, I ensure that he doesn't close combat my Kyurem, and it gives my Kyurem a free turn right here. So I'm assuming his Hariyama also faked out, and Torkoal should die to this. Oh my god, it's Assault Vest. It's actually Assault Vest Torkoal. That's funny. We're going to Volt Switch onto the Hariyama slot, and probably trying to bring out our Talonflame right here, and... No. And then we're going to protect with Kyurem. What? His Quick Claw. No. Help. Maybe I should have actually Volt Switched onto Torkoal into Talonflame, but that's exactly what I'm bringing out right now because I want to knock this thing out. I'm assuming he's not going for Ancient Power right there. Yeah, Heat Wave comes out. He doesn't have a Flying Resist on his team, so we're going to go right for Brave Bird onto that Hariyama slot and just Earth Power the Torkoal. He could switch out, I guess, into Gyarados, but Gyarados being weakened is great for, honestly, just my Landorus just clicking Explosion and getting some kills, even though he does have Tangela and Tangrowth. I like this guy. No. No. You see that quick call? No. No. Please be a roll. This would be great. It was a roll, but I didn't get the nice roll anyway, as he's going to go right for Heat Wave. That does not knock either of us out. Doesn't burn me. I actually expect burns a lot when I'm playing, like, more fun teams like this, I guess, or funner team. I don't know how you would say it. But whatever comes out now, I'm going for Tailwind, and then I'm just going to Ice Beam that slot that comes out. I don't think Torkoal is that much of a threat. It has the base power of 2. And yeah, we'll just Tailwind and then Ice Beam into the... alternatively, I could just knock out that and just Ice Beam into Altaria. I kind of doubt his Altaria will be faster than mine, unless he's running Timid Max. I don't even know what type of Altaria he'll be running. Granted, though, maybe I shouldn't be risking Kyurem right now, because I don't actually know if Kyurem's Ice Beam will be able to knock him out. So maybe I should have just double attacked into the Altaria slot. Yeah, I should have double attacked into the Altaria slot, because Hyper Voice is not, thankfully, able to pick me off. That's good. That's really good. And we can just go right to Raichu. Raichu gets a Fake Out off versus something. If he goes up to Gyarados, I get a Volt Switch to kill that thing, and then we can Ice Beam. Losing Kyurem would have been bad right there, too. Because I would have had a hard time versus the majority of his team. But Tangrowth ends up coming out, where I can just Fake Out and then Ice Beam Altaria one more time. We're going to get rid of this Mon. Altaria, thankfully, as it Mega Evolves, does not get an increase in speed. Altaria actually would love that, to be honest. But we're going to Ice Beam to the Altaria slot, because, again, his Ice Resist also does not exist, and we'll be able to Fake Out the Tangrowth as well. While also getting back a bit more leftovers with our Kyurem, ensuring that Kyurem can sub up versus everything on his team. Not that it can already. But like, let's say he goes like Gyarados here, then I just switch up my target. I Ice Beam this slot and Volt Switch this slot. So he does go Tangela, as we are going to be able to Fake Out. No Rocky Helmet, nice. That did 10 million. It's always good. And I don't want him to have like random Chlorophyll, so I'm actually going to go for the... You think that'll actually happen? I'm going to Nuzzle this, and I think sub up a Kyurem. I could get a kill, especially because that was a Violite, but one of them could put me to sleep, and I don't want that to happen. So he actually just protected his Tangela, which is great, because I will be able to Nuzzle the Tangrowth, just in case that decides to go for like something weird like Sunny Day. And we'll be able to get up a sub as well with our Kyurem, as he is going to Focus Blast that slot, and unfortunately it looked like it hit, but it missed. As what I can do is just Encore Tangela into Protect and just Ice Beam the Tangrowth slot, ensuring that Tangela does not attack me. I mean, Tangrowth is paralyzed and it's going for Focus Blast. There's no way my Kyurem sub is ever breaking. And I might actually be able to knock out Tangela depending, or excuse me, Tangrowth depending on the set. So yeah, by Encoring Tangela into Protect, we ensure it doesn't get to attack us at all. And I'm assuming it's a Violite Tangela. Why is this game being longer than most of the other games I've played? Oh boy, Chris. Coming through. I'm kind of waiting for his Gyarados to come out and sweep me. What if it's Scarf Moxie? I'm gonna click Explosion. All I gotta do is get Landorus out on the field, and I click Explosion, and we're good. So he just switch out into Gyarados. Ooh. Ooh. I'm not sure if it is actually Scarf Gyarados, but we are not able to knock out the Tangrowth, excuse me, as he has Ancient Power, and that is going to be able to knock me out. Ooh, going for accuracy, I see you. But what we can do is just Volt Switch onto the Gyarados slot. That should be able to take it out, and Ice Beam into Tangrowth. And we basically get to win with the Antsy in the back. Or Aegislash even wins. I don't think Aegislash can lose unless he like Fire Blast burns with Altaria, and then Leech Seed stalls me with Tangela. Or Tangela. PK likes to say Tangela. But yeah, we'll Volt Switch into Gyarados, pretty much just attacking what's in front of us. It's interesting that he has Ancient Power as well. That could have wrecked my Tangrowth. Excuse me, my Talonflame. But I think Talonflame just ended up wrecking itself. Why is everything living? Everything is actually living. I think Aegislash is the play right here. Keeping Raichu's alive is good for the Fake Out, and also Nuzzle on Altaria. And Ice Beam will be able to knock out Tangrowth. Assuming he's just going to attack into my Gyarados, into this slot, as he's going to Earthquake, and that is not going to be enough to knock me out. Nice. And assuming he wants to go on to Altaria, he has to pick his fodder. I've also switched nothing, man. 82%, that's 0. But what we are going to do is just Shadow Ball into the... Well, Shadow Ball to Gyarados. I could Wide Guard, but I don't want him randomly Dragon Dancing. I feel like that's an option. And we'll just Ice Beam Altaria. This ensures that we get a KO right here. Because Kyurem Black is faster, so even if he protects with his Altaria right now, we should be good. I just want to know why this is the scariest battle right now. Holy crap, man. Tangela might actually be able to win. Thankfully, it is looking like it's not going to be able to, because Aegislash is going to be able to live that, knock it out with the Shadow Ball, and Tangela is going to go down to Fake Out plus attack from plus an attack from Raichu. And if you choose to go for Protect, I Encore that into that. I Encore him, excuse me, into that, and then Aegislash knocks him out with Shadow Ball 100%. So I think that's game. Unless Tangela decides to evolve and then Mega Evolve, and then he uses the Sacred Ash and brings back his team, that could happen. That could definitely happen. So we're going to Shadow Ball and just Fake Out the Tangela. I could see him protecting right here. Yeah, but that doesn't matter, like I said, because we do have the Encore to lock him into Protect. I'm not even sure if he's faster than me. I'm pretty sure I'm Quiet Natured Aegislash. Looks like it. And we'll just Encore him to that. But he needs to say like 10,000 Protects. I can always Encore him into that. So he doesn't get the double Protect right there. And we're going to be able to knock him out with the Shadow Ball. And that is going to be good game. So where are we on the ladder now? We are at 1586. And good game. I think we're actually going to end the live there. He left. We're going to end the live there. We got about 80 points. That's pretty cool. We were like, what, number 300 something on the ladder? And now, hopefully, we're like numbers 200 something. Where are we? Oh god, we're number 93 on the ladder. How the hell did we shoot up that high? But in any case, guys, I hope you all enjoyed. Feel free, of course, to leave a like, subscribe, and do your thing. Yeah, this is a fun team. Shout out to my boy Kyle Cole. Like I said, if you'd like to use it alongside me, you can pick it up in the paste bin down below. Also, if you want to support the Bronx Bear Chicks, feel free to pick up a shirt or hoodie. The link to that will be down below in the description. So, yeah, I'll see you guys later. Cue the outro.